Hello everybody, I'm doing your May the 9th, 2020's daily tarot card reading. I appreciate you watching my channel. If you like my channel, feel free to like, subscribe, share, or comment, okay? So I have your oracle cards for this reading. They're in the reverse, so I'm going to read them backward, or the backward meaning, okay? So you do not know what you're doing. It's like you lack experience in whatever it is you're doing. So right now it's time for your relationships instead of your career. Okay. Now it says, it's kind of like, even though you like to be a wishful thinker, it's not time to make a wish right now. Okay. Because reality is reality at the moment, and it may not be very fun right now. Okay. So the last card here is you're not getting your hopes and dreams fulfilled at the moment. You are working hard though, and you don't have time to smell the roses right now. You're too busy working. Okay, so that's what the oracle cards are saying for May the 9th. Okay, so I'll fix it a little bit better. Okay, great. So the first card that I have for you is the High Priestess card. Okay, so the High Priestess card is about, so in the previous reading, I hope I recall it correctly, we had like a King of Wands who was spying on a Queen of Cups, okay? And for some reason it was saying that was justice, like he was going to bring her justice or something. However, it's like he wanted to see her, but he wants to give his money elsewhere, okay? So I didn't understand how that was making sense. So like she might have accepted his offer of intimacy, but she wasn't getting the backing of him supporting her. So I don't know if from the Queen of Cups point of view, because I'm not sure if she was the last, I think she was the last court card. So from her point of view, she's like, oh, I see you now, okay? I see what you're up to. You want to like get the milk from the cow, but you don't want to buy the cow, something like that. So here, the Hanged Man. So this Queen of Cups is feeling stuck, okay? Because she already started getting into a relationship, like a physical relationship with this King of Wands, but she's feeling like his money is going elsewhere, okay? And so that's evident here with this card. Like the King of Wands, he wants to have her, but he doesn't want to give anything to her. Like, I don't know if that is money only, or if that is, say for instance, time, priority, you know, so different areas there, attention. So this King of Wands wants to get, but he doesn't want to give, okay? So because of that, I guess, improper way of looking at the situation, we have a Tower moment. This is probably on the Queen of Cups side. Okay, let me turn over the cards and show them to you. So we have the Emperor, okay? So the Emperor is a person who is notable, like somebody out there that is well known. I don't know if this is in regard to the King of Wands. So the King of Wands could be an Aries. The King of Wands could be the King... I don't know. I'm sorry. I just said the wrong thing. The King of Wands could be this Emperor. However, the Emperor could just be the Emperor, okay? They could be two different people. So there's some type of masculine with a lot of money, okay? He could be a boss. So this energy kind of showed up in the previous reading where there was like a King of Pentacles there. So this has something to do with like, it could be in regard to work, because there were career dramas going on for the feminine also. So anyway, something about a wealthy man or a well-known man. I almost dropped the card. Okay, so we show the High Priestess card again, okay? So the High Priestess card can represent maybe perhaps the Queen of Cups, okay? Because maybe perhaps she's single. I think she was single. We did have the Nine of Pentacles show up in I think the last reading. I'm sorry, guys. Go back and look. So anyway, so we might have a couple here, okay? Between their relationship could be work, because in between this masculine, he could be like a big boss, and then there could be money coming from work, and then here's the employee, okay? The feminine. So I'm gonna go on, okay? So there's some type of authoritative position in regards to money. Then there's a female who might be dependent on the money or has a relationship there. It shows the commitment, okay? So this could be relationship or work, okay? Contractual. And it's saying that there's a change in this relationship. So if I were to look at this Emperor card as an Aries is a fire sign. So the Strength card here could be that between this female, so say for instance the boss, the employee, okay? So instead of the boss being fiery in his temper toward this employee, perhaps he tames himself, okay? And calms it down a bit, okay? So the work environment is not hostile. Likewise, in a relationship, and I feel like I'm yelling, I apologize. In a relationship, likewise, the same thing could be going on where there's a masculine, like a husband, and he has a fiery temper with his wife. His wife is maybe wise, and she, I don't know, she is kind of like, I can tell when you cross the line with this High Priestess energy here. She kind of is wise, okay? So maybe he's been crossing the line too much and she doesn't want to tolerate it. Maybe him not giving charity to her. Like if you want to sleep with me but you don't want to put me as a priority, you keep ignoring me in all other ways. Like you're treating me like a secret, okay? I don't know if that's why the High Priestess, yeah, something like secret. So anyway, this has multiple meanings, okay? So anyway, so I don't know what the Tower moment means here, because I looked at that in so many different ways. So if this is a Tower moment, let me think about it, because the High Priestess is the one who's having a transformation, okay? The High Priestess is the one actually who is obtaining strength. Okay, so whether it's the boss here or whether it's the husband, the High Priestess is saying, I want to walk. She said, I want to obtain strength to stand on my own 2 feet, okay? So I think she's ready to walk from this situation. And then, so that makes sense because now we have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? So a single woman, okay? And so not only single woman, oh my gosh, I have no idea what this masculine did to her, whether boss or husband, I have no idea. But she is deeply disturbed by whatever happened, okay? Somebody, so it could have been that the King of Wands was an entrepreneur. This single female was working for him. He was spying on her. I don't recall why that was justice again. I was trying to figure that out. Maybe she was a good employee or something. I'm not sure. But the thing about it is that it seems like he didn't pay her, okay? So skip relationship. Let's look at work. If you're a good employee, you're being spied on by your boss, you're doing all this hard work, it's supposedly justice. So I don't know if that justice card was supposed to be reversed. I'm so clueless. But what's going on here is that the feminine is saying, I know my value. Why are you mistreating me? Do you see how much work I'm putting into this thing for you? I'm trying to help you, and yet you keep mistreating me. So she's very upset, okay? So what happens next would be, this becomes an obsession or something. I feel bad because it almost feels like revenge energy. So it makes me kind of feel like weird. So let me see what is going on. So I'm not saying she is going for revenge. I just feel like there's bad thoughts in her mind toward the situation, obviously. Okay, so here we have the Judgment card in the reverse. It's in regard to charity. I don't know. It's kind of like the feminine is kind of like this is the last straw. Is the Judgment. Like I want to leave the situation. It's not fair. I don't like it. So, and there's something interesting when I shuffle the cards and stuff. Some of the cards that were in reverse had to be turned upright. So I don't know if in the end that's a good thing or not. So I'm going to continue here. Okay. So anyway, the Magician card here. So the feminine is upset. Okay. She wants to be treated with respect. She's trying to manifest something, but so far it's not coming through. Okay. And I think that's the problem. in the work situation, in the relationship situation. That's what the deal is here, okay? So it's like the money is not coming through. The Four of Cups. It doesn't have to be money here. It can be. It's like she wants to be treated better, okay? So this is just a materialization of, like, say for instance, whatever reward you are working for. If it were a relationship, maybe the charity is time spent. Maybe this is a man who only will, spend time with you intimately but ignore you otherwise, okay? So she's not getting time spent or money or whatever it is that's supposed to come toward her. Let me see something. You know what? I'm sorry. I see these cards upside down and I'm saying it incorrectly. I'm sorry. This was the Five of Cups. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. The Five of Cups here in the reverse is that she's looking for other opportunities. She was upset here that she was not treated as priority, treated with respect, rewarded for her work, okay? And therefore she's looking for other opportunities, okay, in regard to work. But she couldn't find any, okay? So sorry that I saw the card wrong upside down. Okay, so here the Four of Cups again is still obsession. It was just the wrong card I was looking at. So I wonder if this is an obsession with materializing, like, when I work, I would like to see a reward for the work that I put in, okay? That's maybe the mindset of the feminine. So yet and still, we still have the Empress card reversed here, okay? So this Empress card is encompassing all of the Queen's energy, okay? So from her work energy to her home energy to her love energy to her intellectual energy, okay? I think she's all entangled. Like, it's kind of like a situation that is consuming your mind. And so I don't know, it's kind of sad. It's kind of, I don't know if from the feminine's point of view, if everything's kind of feeling like it's falling apart. Like, am I really valued so little that you didn't spend enough time with me? Am I really valued so little that you didn't pay me when I put in all this work? Like, it's something that's really bothering the feminine here. She feels like there's no victory in the situation in question. She feels like this is not a dream come true. Okay, so I don't know if she is isolating herself from other people at the moment. I don't know if this is the quarantine energy. So I almost wonder, is this anxiety from a return back to work or something after quarantine? I really don't know, okay? I don't really know. I don't know. Is this a bathroom break? Like, I don't want to be in the office right now. I need to get out of here. I feel very, very bad that I can't speak my mind. So here we have the Knight of Cups reversed, okay? So this is the energy of, I can't tell in a work situation what this energy would be. I don't know if she's saying she wants to quit her job. I almost wonder. Okay, let me see. Okay, so here we have the King of Swords in the reverse position, okay? So it's like the feminine had a moment where she said, I can't take this anymore, okay? This is taking over my whole brain. I don't want to have this feeling of upset inside of me. And so she spoke her mind to her manager. And so her manager is trying to figure out how to keep her there. So he's trying to, it's just kind of probably playing a naughty trick, maybe. When I say naughty trick, it's like he's trying to come up with a way to keep her, but it may not be honest, or it may not be, I don't know if honest is the right word, the most respectful way to go about it. So it's just not the most loving energy is what I'm trying to say. It's not like he's saying, oh, I understand how you feel and all of that stuff and like, let me hold your hand. He's not with that demeanor. It's kind of still cold-hearted energy, okay? He doesn't understand. He doesn't comprehend her feelings. Okay, so from the manager's standpoint, now this could be a relationship, but I see it right now as career. So from her manager's standpoint, he is feeling indecisive, like, should I let this person go? Maybe perhaps, yeah, I don't see the Ace of Swords here or anything. So perhaps he's trying to debate whether or not he should let her go. Like, he saw her value, he was spying on her. Did he in the past say something to upset her? I don't know. There's some type of, so if this reading resonates for you, you may want a personal reading because I don't know the details of it on an interpersonal level between yourself and it's just a general reading. So the boss being indecisive what he wants to do, he may be deciding to protect her. Okay, I just wonder, okay? So this boss may have a certain set of beliefs. I don't know, I'm picking up here, this one is about protecting. It's either about protecting, we'll see how this goes, okay? I'm going to stick with protecting for this card and see if that makes sense later. So here we have the Page of Wands. So some type of news comes to someone. Is it to the manager or is it to the feminine energy, okay? So some news comes to someone about, so one more thing is this Knight of Swords could be another person, okay? Say for instance, the feminine went into the HR office to speak with the manager or something, and there's somebody else there in the room since she's a female and her boss is a male, okay? Although this still seems like a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be. So anyway, so if this were a person, maybe this person is the one defending and protecting, okay? The feminine's rights, the feminine's, I'm not saying that in your personal situation that's what they're doing, but somebody there has feelings because I do not think that this boss understands her feelings, okay? The boss is undecided, but somebody cares about this feminine, okay? And this could be small chat, okay? So the boss goes out and says to people, can you believe that Mrs. Such and Such wants to leave our office? So he's talking, and so this could be someone defending her, okay? So here, as I stated, somebody is getting news. So I don't know if this is the friend in the office, the friend of the woman. Like, I can't believe you're not treating her right. You know how much work she does for us. You need to treat her right so we can keep her, Somebody's getting news about something. Okay, so it could almost seem like they're getting news about abundance. So say, for instance, so in a reading or two ago, I think it's 2 readings ago, so that could be on the 7th of May. The feminine was maybe able to do a hobby, and she was thinking about, because she was feeling like her money was not enough, and so she may be considering abundance elsewhere, okay? And so due to that, it could be very possible that she went off somewhere else and started making money elsewhere. So news is going back to the office like, did you know such and such who left our office is now successful out there doing something else? You should have treated her better. We would have still had her, but I'm glad that she's doing what she likes to do, right? So here we have the 6 of Pentacles, okay? So this almost seems strange. This almost seems like the people at the office here, she's doing well, so now they decide to pay her correctly and send her back pay or something. Sounds a little bit weird. So, I won't say weird, but it almost seems like maybe they were trying to hold her down, and now that they can't hold her down, now all of a sudden they're giving her the money that they were holding back from her. So that's what I'm saying. It sounds a little bit weird, like that there was some type of malintent there. Okay, so here we have the Hierophant card. The Hierophant card is about something traditional. Now, I can't help but to stay on career because for some reason I think this is about career. The Hierophant card right now, I was talking about the upper part of the reading was about career. Here, the Hierophant card has to do with something traditional or conservative. So I don't know if they're giving her a conservative amount of money back, like we owe you back pay, but they weren't like being like, say for instance, they didn't go out of their way to compensate for the lack of pay, but they did give her maybe something. It just wasn't like a lot. Okay, so I'm not sure how that goes. Yeah, because, well, here we have the Temperance card reversed, so that's about balance, but it's not in a, it's not, it's a, something is being overdone. Because it's so weird, because these are contradictory, okay? And so I don't understand what that becomes. If, say for instance, it's about this news. The news goes back to the office about abundance in pay. I don't know if it's from something traditional. It's a little bit confusing here, sorry. It has something to do with the word that the people got back at the office about the well-being of the feminine, I think. But this part is a little confusing, so I don't know if I have to clarify it. Okay. This card is explaining that there's some type of monetary debt here that was, because I don't think we're talking about relationships, right? I think it's saying, so the office probably did give her back some pay, but it didn't go over the top. But there might be some type of issues that the feminine had to deal with because her company wasn't paying her correctly. So like I said, this is a little confusing, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on, okay? So her dreams could have been fulfilled, her money could have been looking good, but the issue was when they weren't paying her correctly, some issues are being sorted out here. So this is interesting because we got a lot of reverse cards, so let me just go over it really quickly. Something's being overdone. So I can't tell if somebody got paid and they overspent, because that actually might be what's going on. So maybe perhaps the feminine went toward her dream, she got paid something, although it wasn't a lot, but then she overspent. Then she had to check, well, how much am I spending? If I keep spending, I won't have money in my account. Let me stop overspending. It's something about clarity. So something's being overdone, and it's in regard to money, and so all I can think of is overspending. Okay, so maybe perhaps somebody got paid, somebody got a paycheck and they spent too much of the paycheck, and so they realized, hey, I don't need to spend so much, let me stop. So then that's like, yay, success, you got it, right? Okay, so here we have the World card, okay? So I don't know if this was a learning lesson or something, and for it to be notable here, I don't really know. So I don't know how much was the amount of pay, and I don't know how much was being spent out of the pay, okay? But for it to be notable, it's just a daily reading. Because it almost seems like it's like a life lesson, and I don't know if that would be a life lesson if it were a small amount of money. So I'm not sure. So a couple weeks ago, I don't know, a couple weeks, just say a week ago, I did a reading about someone coming into money. It was a feminine energy, and I was like, be careful how much you spend. Although I kind of understand when people are making life changes, maybe perhaps you move, you buy a house, or you need a car, something major. I kind of understand that, but in the times we live in, you have to be careful how much you spend, okay? So that kind of applies here. So I don't know how much money came in, but just watch your spending if this message applies to you and you get some back pay from a company. Now, I don't know for definite that is what it that is what is going on in your life. But if it sounds like something, just be careful you don't overspend, okay? So, because if you, basically it's a life lesson, it's a major lesson in your life. Like, I need to understand how to save money. I had to understand how to have backup money. I don't really know. So, maybe it's also explaining we're walking away from one opportunity, one career, walking away from one career, okay? And you did it successfully. I know they didn't pay you fully. Probably you're still upset, right? But you walked away. You got a little bit of victory at least, okay? So now you have a world of opportunities before you now. And it says it kind of 2 times. To go and build a successful foundation for your future. Okay, so this Emperor, we saw him in the clarification cards earlier. I wonder if this is your boss and your boss feels powerless because he sees you walk away. Now, this could be your boss or your ex-partner, okay? He sees you walk away. He knew he mistreated you. And so there's some secrets. So I don't know what the secrets are. What was the reason he was not paying you? Okay? There's some secrets here. And so it is showing in regard to investments here. Because for some reason the King of Wands was spying out on this Queen of Cups. Okay? Trying to figure out what she's doing. There was a reason behind it. Okay? I'm going to look at this twice because this Emperor is the husband or the boss or an Aries. His secret is he wants to make an investment because he sees this feminine as a real opportunity. Okay, so if she was an employee, he's like, yeah, I see the value of that employee. I don't know why I did that. I'm not sure if he said I don't know why he did that, right? But he sees the value of this woman. Okay, so showing his energy one more time. And then it's saying, you know what, even though you see me now, so this is from the feminine's perspective, even though you do see my value now, I cannot go back to what I used to be. I can't go back to where I used to work. I can't go back to who I used to be with, whatever the case may be for your situation. Okay, so because if I did, it would be an injustice. I would not be treating myself with respect, you know, and so, whether that's work or whether that's relationship, I clarified it because it's stressful. Because wherever it is that this female was, it wasn't worth it, okay? It wasn't worth the disrespect. Because if she goes back, she'll have bad luck. So if I read it from the masculine's point of view, he's not able to see that feminine again. So I don't know if it's someone he liked, like an office romance, or if it were an employee, okay? He's not able to see her again. Does he feel like it's an injustice? Because now he's left with a stressful, like you have a position open in your company that you can't fill because the person was so valuable and it's hard to find a replacement. And so from the masculine, from the bosses, or from the male lover, from his perspective, he's feeling like now he's operating under bad luck because now he messed up his comfort zone. He messed up the balance in his work dynamic. He messed up the balance in his relationship status. So anyway, I guess this reading has to do with so the reading starts off with the High Priestess, okay? So it's about a female who knows her value, who's gained wisdom through life experience, who is very wise. And it has something to do with her value, okay? So this, I don't know what I'm going to title it, and I don't know if I have to clarify any of those oracle cards. I don't really know. I'm going to look at them and see if I bring it up or not. Okay. the oracle cards are kind of mean. Because it was reversed. It was like you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's okay. You know exactly what to do. The opposite of that is you don't know what to do. The situation was stressful. These cards were kind of negative. It was about toil and labor and not being rewarded. Okay, but the end result, it seems like somebody walked away from like they had one career opportunity and they walked away to something that was more traditional, and maybe perhaps they did get back pay, but I'm not sure. Don't take any of this, take this with a grain of salt. I don't want you to walk away from your job and you don't know what you're doing, okay? But that's just what it seems like is going on. Maybe perhaps this feminine is going to explore the other hobby or opportunity to make money, okay? So just take this with a grain of salt, okay? So if you walk away from your job, make sure that you know why you're doing it. Make sure that you have something to back yourself while you're transitioning over, okay? This is just a tarot reading, okay? If you need a personal reading, you can look in the description box below for a link. But a tarot reading is kind of about the energies in the air, okay? It's to help you understand maybe what people are feeling or thinking, okay? But it's not for you to make a solid decision. Make that decision based on the facts and on the figures, okay? All right, so you guys be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for listening to my reading, okay? Please like, subscribe, share, or comment if you like this reading, okay? Bye-bye.